approach to banking, shooting 33% and 2 of 8 from downtown. Rebounds, though, 17-12.
Yeah, a couple of notables for me is the fact that, it's going to be incumbent upon Donovan Mitchell not to disappear early in the game, to try to balance it out. Know when he can get his teammates involved, but he has to stay relevant throughout the game. And we know him a lot as like a second half player, and in particular fourth quarter. But when you reach that level, as Joe Ingles goes into one of his famous left-handed layups, that Donovan Mitchell has to be able to stay relevant. And Rudy Gobert has to have touches for the Jazz to be successful. Not necessarily scores. He didn't score in that first quarter, but he has to have touches in this game, I think, for the Jazz to be a complete team.
Well, you saw Joe score on that beautiful look-off layup, but before, on the drive, you can see Rudy try to chase for the rebound, and he was blocked out by Motley. Picks up the foul, and Gobert the free throw. So Rudy scores his first point of this game. Already 8 rebounds. That matches the total in game 1. Tapped out, Clarkson. Quick as a whip. Got the ball out to Conley. The lefty fires up the shot. And the rebound pulled in by Jones. So there is Pheonix. Quick ball movement by the Suns. That's what they want to do with Chris Paul and Booker, of course. And the bucket by Galloway.
And what teams are going to try to do to the Jazz is what Pheonix just did. Jazz weren't able to get back on defense in transition.
Well, Javon Carter sold that one.
So did Joe. I think you're right. Javon Carter probably sold a little bit more, but yeah, you're right, Bowler. He sold it.
3 fouls on Joe. Carter cannot penetrate past Gobert. Backs it out. Tried a high pick and roll. Now the Jazz and the Suns having some problems. Just holding on the ball. Utah will get it back. George Niang has checked in for Utah.
It's going to be interesting with that rotation for the Jazz now with the addition of Favors, Mookie, Boyan being back. So many impact players on the team.
Eagles for a moment had control. Lost it. Galloway goes baseline. Chased by Niang out of Iowa State. Thanks to the plate at St. Joseph's. Once again, Damian Jones sets a screen. Here's Carter. Fires up the shot. Too strong. Nicely done. Tapped, but Joe cannot control. A little pass out by Clarkson.
The Jazz's defense, though, is looking pretty crisp right now. They're not allowing Pheonix to get the shots that they want. Most of those jump shots being contested.
2 minutes in, second quarter. After tonight, the Jazz will take off Wednesday to Los Angeles to play the Clippers on Thursday night. We'll have it here on AT&T Sportsnet. Shot clock violation.
Yeah, another great defensive stance by the
season. And you talked about it just now. I mean, Ingles doesn't do a whole lot very quickly, but just a little move to the outside and then coming back inside, drawing the defense, being able to kick it to Gobert, and Gobert finding the open player.
Yeah, he is a master at maximizing angles. Motley with the face-up, working on Yang. Gets tied up, but a travel. Conley played 3 seasons at Baylor, went undrafted. Played on a 2-way contract with the Clippers last season. Suns extending in Exhibit 10
who's coming out of Baylor and won the Carl Malone Power Forward Award.
Neither team can get in sync here with back-to-back-to-back turnovers. Chris Paul, Devin Booker back on the floor here for the Suns. Feeding Ayton.
And that's where he's going to get his assists. I mean, easy plays like that make the easy shot for his teammate. And good recognition by Ayton to expect the ball.
Clarkson looked like he got away with a double dribble there. That's what Monty Williams is telling the outside official, Justin Van Dyne. Conley with a step back. Ayton stands his ground and gets the block. Up ahead to the big fella. Bridges pulls from deep. Conley able to cross up Galloway. 14th season for Conley, and he's still got a very solid handle.
Chris Paul just snaking down there and waiting for Ayton, and the defense is drawn to Chris Paul, and Gobert even gets caught off guard right here. He can't recover quick enough.
You think back to his time with the Clippers in Lob City and DeAndre Jordan. He was talking about DeAndre Jordan recently, kind of laughing about it. He said, when DeAndre got here, he couldn't walk and chew gum. He said, I can say that because that's my guy. But you saw over time the chemistry that developed between those two and how much easier he made life for DeAndre Jordan.
And Blake Griffin.
And that guy, too.
He's had a few guys that have made their games much better, but we mentioned in a few years he's averaged over 11 assists. He's led the league 4 times in assists, 6 times in steals. And the biggest thing is for players, again, wide open, defense being drawn to Chris Paul. And Chris Paul is not speedy. I mean, he is also another player that is very deliberate and takes his time.
And I think certainly one of the things that has to excite a guy like Chris Paul playing with a DeAndre Ayton versus what we saw from Jordan is Ayton's perimeter game far exceeds what Jordan's is even now.
And that's where Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire were so good in that, not in just the pick and roll, but the pick and pop.
Ayton able to get to the rim, but he's tied up. But 3 consecutive trips, you've got the veteran spoon-feeding the big fella and setting him up for point-blank shots.
Here's another assist again. Chris Paul just draws back the ball, a little hit hesitation right there, and Ayton gathering himself, just wide open. But, even on this last play, Ayton's got to be real strong. He's got to draw the foul. He gets a jump ball situation right here with Nang. But I don't think you can have your foot over on the other side, can you?
Mark Hyatt pointing that out. You see here's a little stretch here for the Suns. Now he's got the switch that he wants with Yang stepping out on him.
He does a nice job getting it back in 14 seconds off the kick. I know Monty Williams said that only 12 minutes for Chris Paul.
Well, he said only 18 for Book in Game 1, and he played 25 basically.
And we haven't seen Book get really going yet.
Yeah, he got off to a strong start the other night. Working against Favors here. Right on cue, Annie.
So pretty. And you just love when the guards get a big guy on them. Their ball handling is so good in how they can set up their shot.
That's an easy foul call. Yang looked like he had some padding on his arm trying to throw off the Suns defender.
Yeah, Bridges getting the big on him. And a little step back with an easy switch.
My name is Kyle Gabby, and and I'm researching how to store insulin at room temperature.
My name is Noel Waltenberg, and I am currently researching a vaccine for opioid addiction.
The goal of the project is for us to try to increase the colorectal cancer screenings for Hopi men. My name is Jordan Ojeda, and I am a lumberjack.
Introducing the temperature scanning kiosk from Pacific Office Automation, an easy-to-use, no-touch security device that safely checks a person's temperature and grants access for registered employees and guests that meet the safety parameters. It's a perfect fit for any location, providing peace of mind and safer environments for employees and customers. Pacific Office Automation supports the health and safety of our community because you should feel as comfortable in the office as you do in your home. To learn more, visit pacificoffice.com.
Throughout the span of history, saving money has always been tough. There's always some new amazing thing that you want. Luckily, there's First Bank Blue, the newest way to spend, save, earn. So whenever you pay for something awesome, you can save up for the next new awesome thing of tomorrow. Spend, save, earn with First Bank Blue. First Bank.
Banking for good.
Hi, I'm Jody Jackson. I think we're all ready for 2021 to get here, but I have a very special wish for you and your families and your friends. I hope you cherish and savor these moments during the holiday season, and we hope to see you soon. Stay safe and be well, everyone.
The AIA High School Football Championships are back. Presented by Taco Bell. We bring you the encore of the Open Division Championship. Tomorrow on Fox Sports Arizona.
Become a Suns PayPal 6-man season ticket member today to receive priority access to 2020-21 single-game tickets when they become available and other member-exclusive benefits and experiences. 14-month payment plans are also available starting at just $30 down. Visit suns.com/tickets for information and to secure your membership. CP3 making life easy for anybody who is on the floor with him.
He just controls the tempo of the game. He dribbles up and just really kind of oversees where the defense is. Then he gets past the defense, penetrates, continues to see where his open players are, cutting to the basket. And that's one thing that, this new offense, it's about motion offense as far as the players and the ball have to continue to move.
Yeah, Eaton had a great comment as he spoke with the media a couple of weeks ago. Annie, as he takes the feed from Booker, they swing it around, sets up the open shooter, Galloway, who knocks down another triple.
And Chris Paul wide open for a 15-footer, passes it to his teammate, and he's more apt and willing to get that assist rather than the basket himself.
Yeah, Eaton said of the arrival of Chris Paul as Mitchell with a tough runner, he was telling the media, y'all need to fix y'all faces. We got CP3 in Arizona. Went on to say, when I heard it was official, I wanted to do a backflip. Asking the media, have you ever seen a 7-footer do a backflip? Is Chris Paul with a tough bucket and one.
That's one thing he can do is, make those tough shots, and he's not afraid to take those tough shots. When he cannot get to his teammate, he creates the contact on Mitchell. Mitchell not happy with the call, but Paul does a great job finishing and getting himself to the free throw line.
I'm sure there was a lot of folks in the Western Conference, and already extremely loaded Western Conference, were hoping that Chris Paul would find his way somehow to the Eastern Conference. As they have closed the gap here, making it a one-point game, 31-30. 6 minutes left here in the first half. Mitchell on the drive and kick, but it's stolen away by Carter. Paul drops it off to Booker. Carter thought about the three, but only with a nice job closing out. Booker working on Clarkson as we get the 3-second defensive violation called here against the Jazz.
Well, one thing Monty Williams talked about, even last year with Ricky Rubio in the lineup, it gave a chance for Booker to be off the ball, even though he can still start the offense, as he talked about Saric being able to bring the ball up at 6'10", and not only bringing the ball up, but also being able to play center for them. And so to have that many guards out there, you're having better decisions made.
Suns scoring run 9-2. They have made 4 of their last 5 after that cold start, and a lot of it has to do with this guy. That ball looked like it was kicked away, but they won't get the call. Here comes Oni, transition, and we get a foul coming back the other way. But Devin Booker saying, how did you miss that kick?
Well, you see Chris Paul trying to set up and throws it right into Mitchell's leg. And certainly, again, timing, being able to play with players, and certainly reading the defense, and that play is not always going to be open. So players like Chris Paul and other guards on this Suns team have got to recognize that you can't always not drop that dime pass in there.
Paul will take a seat. 8 minutes, 3 points, 4 assists, and I think one of the things that all of us are very anxious and curious to see, Annie, is how much time Chris Paul and Devin Booker are on the floor without one another. As we saw last year when Booker and Rubio were both off the floor, the Suns' offensive productivity dropped significantly as Book knocked it down a pretty mid-range.
Well, one of the things that James Jones and Monty Williams, and here's a steal by the Suns, have done such a nice job this year is getting depth in every position. And so having Booker and Paul on the floor at the same time, yes, you want that, but you've got some veteran players that can come in and fill up like Payne and Carver.
Suns getting active defensively, setting up the easy bucket.
Now it's time to step into the future with us by taking an in-person tour of the reimagined home of the Phoenix Suns and Mercury. Be one of the first to see the elevated in-arena experience of the Valley's premier sports and entertainment venue. With health and safety in mind, we've implemented several protocols for your visit. So book your appointment today at project201.com.
I'm Dan Marley, DSRK. I didn't like wearing reading glasses, but I couldn't see without them. So I went to Schwartz Laser Eye Center, and now I can do some things better than ever, like see the intricate details on my important collectibles. Go get them, little number 9. Schwartz Laser Eye Center is the official LASIK center of the Suns, Coyotes, and Diamondbacks. Right now, Dr. Schwartz is offering a free comprehensive LASIK evaluation. Go to teamidoc.com for more information. Here comes Thunder Dan.
It was the holiday season, and as is often the case, magic was found in an unlikely place. Molly tried her best to make introductions. Dad couldn't see past his grown-up assumptions. But thanks to fresh ham and warm apple pie, Dad was finally able to see with fresh eyes. From ham to fruitcake to green beans to pies, do the holidays right. Get your shop on at Fry's.
It's time to power forward and rise to a new occasion. To every block, slam, and win. The card by Gila River Hotels and Casinos is your all-access pass. We are the Valley. So let's turn up the heat in this house. Gila River Hotels and Casinos, Arizona's official sports headquarters. We are more than sponsors. We are fans.
Well, Phoenix Suns Arena has transformed over the summer, including a new courtside property. Club Gila River brings the exclusive casino partners luxury atmosphere to the transformed home of the Suns and Mercury. The fans entering the more than 4,000 square foot club will be greeted with all-inclusive food from chef-attended stations, handcrafted cocktails and beverages, and made-to-order pizza, all just a few steps from their seats. For all the info and more, go to suns.com. And there is a great story. I won't tell you. I would encourage you to reach out to your Suns representative. But a great story behind that beautiful pizza oven, Annie. And it is a great story. So just call your Suns representative and find out more.
Yeah, just looking at that, though, boy, I could see you, me, and EJ doing some gains from there. Just kind of sitting back with a little piece of pizza. And
I don't think you'd get too many arguments from us.
Boy, that looks nice. And I know they've been working hard, and, you know, the players have really thanked Robert Sarver a lot as far as the training facility and the lab, and I know that's been talked about a lot, but the players have said, perhaps we could live here. We don't even need to go home.
Deep three spins out. Well, we joked about Javon Carter. I said, I think he was given a construction hat to help finish things up because Javon was itching so bad to get in there. Here's Clarkson on the crossover, trying to get to the rim, but Ayton says otherwise. Gobert's got the pin down on Booker. Book's been in the lab in the weight room as he just takes the big man and whips him to the floor.
But Gobert strong enough to make that shot go in. I love the way that Booker grabs him around the arms, but he's in there long enough. And it certainly, well, I guess he doesn't get him around the arms. That right hand on his right arm does, but Gobert getting it to go down. But certainly, I think Booker was talking about, hey, that's a little longer than 3 seconds in there.
63% from the line last year. Of course, things were a little tense between Gobert and Donovan Mitchell for a few months prior to the return to play in Orlando, but his Book off the screen, raising up and knocking down a little 15-footer, 17-footer of his own.
Well, there we saw a shot of Chris Paul, and again, still coaching, teaching on the sideline, and I love the relationship he has with the coaches. One thing we talked about is Bridges' ability to cut to the basket. Can't hold on to that one, though.
Suns turn it over. Back comes Conley, feeding a wide-open shooter in Bogdanovich. Fixed himself a sandwich before he fired that one, and it is knocked out of bounds by Ayton, they say.
And that's a perfect example for the Suns not coming up with that rebound, because Ayton's got to go up strong with 2 hands. He allowed Utah to get behind him and knock that ball out of bounds off his hands.
Ingles checks back in here. 3:05 to go in the first half. Tied 37 all. Off the inbound, Bogdanovich draws the foul on Etuan Moore.
Well, and that's where the Jazz are really taking advantage of Bogdanovich. His 6'8" size, just going up against Moore, who's at 6'3". They did the lob in the lane, and the Suns have to be more aware defensively. That's too easy.
Suns into penalties, so free throws 12 and 13 coming up here for Utah. Meanwhile, Phoenix just 3 free throw attempts so far in the first half. They were 17 of 21 on Saturday night, and that was one of the big pluses last year. Andy, number 1 free throw shooting team in the league. They averaged about 27 free throw attempts per game.
A lot of that had to do with Devin Booker. Rubio got to the line. I mean, Oubre was at the line, and they had good free throw shooters.
Booker working side to side, able to snake his way right inside to the rim.
And I think Ayton setting a good screen, keeping Gobert out of there.
Booker coming to life here in the second quarter. 9 of his 12. Here comes Moore on the run out, feeding Booker, who gets up top.
Etuan Moore doing a nice job just setting up the 3-on-2 fast break, slowing things down to give himself a wide open lane for Booker to come in for the dunk.
Suns have really turned up their defensive pressure here this quarter, especially the last 3 or 4 minutes. Bridges, though, a little too aggressive, whistle for the foul.
Yeah, there's Bogdanovich trying to post up, and Moore, you see him slow up just enough, and the defense cannot pick up. Booker coming down the right side.
Yeah, Moore, first 3 years with New Orleans, just over 11 points per game, shot 49% from the field. Had 6 starts last year, but you look at a guy like him, and again, doesn't come with a lot of headlines and a lot of sexy stats or anything, but I thought one of the great compliments made by one of the game's terrific veterans in J.J. Redick, who said of the addition of Etuan Moore, he said, quote, he is just one of the greatest dudes ever.
Well, certainly Eddie Johnson is. He's from East Chicago and went to Purdue, Big Ten school. And
EJ did mention something about the Big Ten the other night.
But he also has the record for all three-pointers made there, 66 in one season.
Callaway Jones. Jones back on the floor now for the Suns, as is Jalen Smith. Rookie got the start tonight, picked up 3 early fouls. Tough pull-up, and he'll look for 3 again.
Jazz are penetrating inside. They're throwing the ball away. Nice screen by Jones.
Moore with a pull-up. Won't get it. Mitchell up ahead to Connolly. Put a little shimmy there on Carter, and is able to draw the whistle and the foul.
And you could tell defensively, the legs were a little lost right there on that transition by the Suns. They just didn't get back quick enough. But here you see Carter finding Lawrence down in the corner, or Galloway down in the corner, and Galloway just really with that quick shot.